Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let's talk about Superman because somebody had, I guess, accidentally posted a bad review, and people were kind of upset about it. It got deleted because the embargo wasn't released yet, for reviews of the movie, and as predicted, I mean, the review is bad, and then of course people are trying to say, oh, it's Zack Snyder's fans, they're just trolling or whatever. And it's just like, no, a lot of y'all want this movie to be good, but the truth of the matter is, it's most likely not. It is what I predicted. It is a convoluted mess. It has too many characters in it. Not enough focus on Superman himself. The movie's called Superman, and yet it's overstuffed and overcrowded with characters, which I've said that before. It's kind of funny how a movie called Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice, y'all said that movie had too many characters in it. It was overstuffed, even though it's bringing together the world of Batman and the world of Superman together. So it makes sense why it had a lot of characters in it. But a movie called Superman, the movie is called Superman. That's it. Not Superman and Friends, not Superman and what what would we say this Justice League International, not Superman in the Justice Game, which again was confirmed in one of the recent commercials, like, oh, we're the Justice Gang. Like, are you fucking serious? So just like one of the leaks has said that, oh, the team is called the Justice Gang, and people were like, no, it's not called that, you guys are just making it up. But the commercial just said it. The commercial just said it. Or there's a scene of Mr. Terrific and Lois Lane getting his T-ship, and they do this little joke about like the door taking forever to lift up in order for the ship to go out. Like, oh, okay, he made all this futuristic tech, and yet the garage door is the problem. Like, it's not funny, it's not cute. Nobody wants that silly nature. I don't know why y'all keep thinking that people want that bullshit. They really don't. They really do not want it. Like, I'm telling you, y'all, they don't want it. So anyway, um, terrible new Superman is the final nail in the superhero cinematic coffin, is what the writer said. Just as seemingly indestructible, the Man of Steel is fatally weakened by kryptonite, so too is the once unbeatable superhero genre grappling, threatened by target audience fatigue. Task alongside Peter Safran and a reinvigorated Warner Brothers DC movie brand, the all-new DC Universe director James Gunn strives to compete with such a largely with Superman, a robust reboot of Action Comics icon, tonally narrative, and exactly the opposite of Zack Snyder's grim dark predecessor. It's a big swing in the polar opposite direction, and one that at last turns out to be a big whiff, resulting in a would-be franchise restarter that resembles a Saturday morning cartoon come to um overstuffed headless skeleton life. Superman's hero is no brooding Snyder in Christ's figure. Rather, he's a sweet, sincere do-gooder who used the word do, takes time out of fighting behemoth to save squirrels from harm, but believes viewing everyone beautiful is punk rock. Same goes for Gunn's film, which is set in an Earth overrun by metahumans, the most powerful, which is Superman, who is outset crash lands in the Arctic after losing his first ever fight to an armored adversary known as the Hammer of Bovelin, a country whose attempt to start war the neighboring what was it neighboring Jahar, thwarted by Superman. Superman doesn't skip the high on the high action to a fault. The film is so awash and over the top CGI insanity that slams bang mayhem, loses its punch, not helping matters. The charming corn sweat looks the part, but the shadow of Christopher Reeves, whose son will camos in, and Henry Cavill, he comes across a relatively slightly situated embedded by the all over the place nature of his saga. Superman doesn't establish a scenario, so it's situational views in the media and asks them to hold on for dear life as they whiplash from one out of the world location to an incident to another. While the view isn't short in supply, substantially it is, but not by the building of a foundation for his fantasy. The film feels as if it's operating in a comic book sandbox devoid of any literally, figuratively gravity. gravity. That continues to be the case as Superman finds himself at the mercies of Luthor and the compelling partners and his compelling partners of the Justice Gang, as well as Metamorpho, a shape-shifting creature who meets in an interdimensional prison that boasts as an anti-portion river and who asks him to rescue a giant green-head infinite son from Luthor's minion. DC diehards may delight Superman endless geekiness, but everyone else will feel adrifted. Along with the frenetic filmsy ride, the only foreign interest in actual emotion Superman and Lois relationship gets about as much attention as the sequence in which the Daily Planet reporter flies a spaceship and interjects into a middleful, colorful chaos and madness. A trip back to Smallville to visit Ma and Pa Kent is too stretchy to generate all shucks pathos. Unfortunately, this procedures aren't better when it comes to the humor. Though Gunn continues to be adapted and balancing multi-characters concern, his script, unlike his superior Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy in the 2001, the Suicide Squad delivers skank amusement one-liner gags, and save for the cute crypto habit of excitingly wrestling and lickling Superman zapping this way, and Superman tangled up in nonsense that soon readers of the entire superficial, similar to Snyder and Josh Whedon misshapen Justice League. Gunn spectacularly overpopulates itself with with heroes and villains which neither the time nor the incline of development. Consequently, everyone and everything is two-dimensional, no matter what the directional imagery of sharp and vibrant colors. The John Williams classic theme and Richard Donner's 1979 Superman is heard in different forms throughout this movie, yet incapable of leading the scattershot film the magic needs. Biting off more than it can chew, Gunn's wannabe blockbuster eventually resorts to setting up future franchises installments via quick hit appearances from Maxwell Lord, Sean Gunn, Supergirl, Millie McCott. That's not to mention the highlight second banana figures like Mr. Terrific and expensive, fully established um, artistically heart of its protagonist who path towards self-actualization, mostly afterthought. Oh, okay. So basically, the movie from what we're reading, from what I read, this movie's a mess. But we already knew that. We already knew that, and it's kind of funny. I've seen like Midnight Edge, World's Class Bullshitters, Mr. H, and them trying to defend, to be like, this is suspicious or whatever. No, it wasn't suspicious when y'all, the same channels, were bashing Zack Snyder's Man of Steel after it was released. Right after it was released. Like it doesn't make any sense, right? And then how all y'all had the same talking points. Come on now. But because somebody's saying negative about James Gunn, oh, it's a conspiracy, oh, it's Snyder's fans or whatever. No, it's this guy was able to watch the movie. Trust me, you're not able to watch these movies if you have anything negative to say about DC. You know what I mean? Or just movies in general. This guy probably was rooting for James Gunn and he went in there probably saying, oh my God, this is going to be the best Superman movie ever. And then watched it and was like, whoa, holy shit. And that's why they're doing the embargo. So that's why the embargo has been released, because what they're doing is they're trying to wait until like a day or two, release the embargo so people don't have time to make up their mind. So then they'll go on the first day realizing the movie is terrible. Because again, just because you like Saturday morning cartoons don't mean that you put that shit in the movie. There's a difference between film and cinema. You have to know the difference, and James Gunn do not know the difference. Um, all the silly wackiness of Guardians of the Galaxy and Suicide Squad will not work for Superman. And It's like y'all forgot about that because we had Superman 3, we had Superman 4, we had Superman Returns. Silly versions of Superman that did not work with the audience. Again, Batman, remember, after Batman Returns, they made Batman Forever a little bit silly, but it wasn't as silly as it could have been. Batman and Robin went so far left that it just stopped Batman for a long time. And same thing with Superman. You can't do these silly incarnations of the characters and then think that people are going to watch it. And then you try to say, oh, somebody sabotaging. No, the movie was doomed to begin with a long time ago because I need y'all to understand. A lot of y'all talk a big game, but nobody wants to watch a silly superhero movie. People don't go to movie theaters to watch silly movies. I understand a lot of y'all say y'all want lighthearted, but if you really think about it, when has DC really successfully done lighthearted movies? I'll wait. I'll wait. Some of y'all say the first Superman movie. That's probably about it. But other than that, that was just that one time. One out of how many other times have they tried doing movies or shows? The silly stuff does not work. You know what I'm saying? As much as people like to be like, well, Teen Titans Go or My Adventures with Superman or whatever, that's fine. But those shows are jokes of the characters. And then y'all start believing that's what those characters are when it's not. When again, comic books has never been for kids and it's never been this silly, wacky thing. It's been for readers in general, but mature readers. Most of the stories are mature. When you pick up a Superman comic book, most Superman comic books are serious. They're not this lighthearted, wacky doodle thing or whatever. And again, there's exceptions to the rules, but for the most part, no, it's not. The it's called action comics for a reason, not silly, wacky. You know what I'm saying? And again, this is a reboot, right? And this is Superman's third year, and yet he's losing way more than Henry Cavill Superman was. You get what I'm saying? There's no build up to anything. You get what I'm saying? This is a brand new universe. We don't know the Superman, but yet we're getting tossed in his third year, and we're also getting tossed into who knows how many years Lex Luthor or all these other heroes been active in a DC universe in a solo Superman movie. This is a problem. That's not how you tell storytelling. The fact that we're still trying to excuse it and then trying to make excuses. The toys suck. I mean, the merchandise suck. The costumes suck. The alarming CGI, which we've seen, sucks. The jokey nature of everything sucks. The fact that Superman is trying to do wacky things while trying to defend the city, or even then, how come a lot of y'all aren't criticizing the fact that he's fighting the kaiju, the Bolovian armor guy, and all these other figures in the city? Shouldn't he be getting them out the city? Why is the city getting destroyed while he's laying down in the ground, and Miss Terrific's like, hey, you need to start you need to take the series. He's like, I am taking the series. I'm just laying down. Like, that's not Superman. I don't know who the hell this beta bitch is, but that's not Superman. And again, it contradicts yourselves because once again, y'all saying that Henry Cavill Superman wasn't doing enough. But this one is literally in a city crowded full of people in Metropolis. And how come he can't fly the enemy out of Metropolis, like y'all said? How come he can't? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all keep constantly forgetting there is complexities when it comes to this kind of stuff because it contradicts. But my thing is, you really want to give up a serious toned Superman, a more stoic Superman, because you want wacky, silly, happy-go-lucky, beta bitch Superman? I don't get that. That's not the character. I'm sorry. And then trying to sit up here and some of y'all trying to say, oh, it's just like Superman the animated series. Not in your lifetime. Superman the animated series, it is twice the Superman that the one that James Gunn's doing is not. You know what I'm saying? And also, a lot of y'all should know something is because I don't remember a lot of y'all liking Brightburn. and that was done by James Gunn. And y'all talking about, oh my God, this couldn't be. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at what he wrote. You know, the fact that he took the Guardians of the Galaxy, made them complete jokes, and a lot of y'all claim y'all love it. The same thing with Peacemaker, the same thing with Suicide Squad. But again, all of that stuff doesn't correlate to people caring about those characters. Yes, the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie was good, but once again, it was because the MCU was doing good. Would you have really went to go see it if it was a standalone movie? And would you have really went to go see it if it was the first movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? The answer is no. The answer is no. Let's not lie to ourselves. And the same thing with the sequel, which was dog shit, and the third movie, which they purposely kept in theaters for a long time in order to get more money, right? Yeah, a lot of y'all tend to forget that that movie was in the movie theater for what, about 5 to 6 months almost. Like, that's pretty crazy when nobody said anything about Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice being pulled out of theaters early. Oh! I said too much. I said too much. I said too much. You get what I'm saying? Like, it is. This is. I don't know if this is going to be good because I'm telling you, the wacky, silly nature of Superman, y'all, a lot of people are not going to watch it because a lot of people did not watch My Adventure with Superman. No matter how much people online are trying to tell you this is good, this is what we want, or whatever. And then my thing is, it's kind of funny that this guy is saying something negative, but he's saying the stuff that I heard a lot of y'all say that y'all want. Y'all want wacky, y'all want silly, y'all want lighthearted. So why are you mad at him? Why are y'all trying to be like, oh, it's a conspiracy theory? Oh, it's negativity or whatever, stuff like that, or we don't want to see. No, I honestly, I really don't want WB and James Gunn to succeed. They lost that trust a long time ago. So why would I want them to succeed? I'd rather them not make any more Superman stuff at all than to double down on people who really don't know nothing about Superman. I'm just being honest. All the marketing for this movie has been horrible. The CGI looks awful. The suit looks awful. Crypto looks terrible. All the other extra characters in a Superman movie, that doesn't make any sense. The movie is called Superman, and yet we're spotlighting more characters outside of Superman. I'm sorry, I just don't know what to say. This is hilarious, to be honest. But hey, you reap what you sow, and if this movie does well, that's fine. That's your mediocre shit, and it ain't got nothing. And all it's gonna do is dilute the brand, and then y'all wonder why people are going to anime and manga. And all the people that are talking about, I love Superman, I love Superman, I love Superman. Okay, well, I love Superman, your ass to a comic book store and buy Superman's comic books and buy Superman toys. Then a lot of y'all won't do that. But oh, but you love Superman. But you love Superman, right? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.